Hi, how fascinating to be here doing a live video. So, I hear people talk sometimes about not liking yoga. And I understand that some of the ways yoga is taught might be things you don't like. But I think that if people understood what yoga was, everyone would like it. Because yoga is actually the state of inner peace. And I doubt anyone would say, I don't like the state of inner peace. I'd rather be really kind of internally tangled, right? So the yoga practices, in my mind, in my experience, need to be about finding inner peace. So I'll often start my own practice. Hi, welcome. Start my own practice with, just centering, coming into myself. Hi, so welcome. A couple people just joined. So again, like people say they don't like yoga sometimes, and I wonder what they think yoga is that they would say they don't like it because it's inner peace. So I'll start my practice with the centering, coming into the moment. So the moment, we can be slightly leaning into the future or into the past and into the I hope it'll happen future, or I hope it won't happen future, or the oh it happened, or it didn't happen the way I wanted it to happen past. So the practice starts with a centering, and then the practice continues with challenging ourselves to stay present. Hi. So why don't people like yoga? Because often it's taught to force yourself to make some shapes, or as like a boot campy thing, and I prefer if it doesn't get taught that way anymore, if it's going to be called yoga. But how does it help with anxiety is the question. So anxiety is a flavor of fear. And fears are always about what might happen. So I like the example of if there's a tiger in the room, then we might be afraid that the tiger would attack us, even if it's kind of sleeping right now. We'd be like, oh, there's a tiger, what do I have to do, right? So the yoga would be, okay, the tiger's in the room, but maybe it's not attacking me right now. So as a flavor of fear, the higher function of fear is alertness, like to get our attention to something. What are we afraid of when we're feeling anxiety? Talk to a lot of people who have social anxiety. So it's often a fear of being judged or ostracized. And we always want to check, is there a real danger of that? Like, is someone judging me right now? Is someone ostracizing me right now? Right? So you always want to check, like the fear kind of pulls us into the future, and not just any old future, but the future we don't want. Is when I'm feeling anxious, it's like, this bad thing's going to happen, someone's going to react to me badly, or it's not going to go well, right? John Yeager, oh my God, long time no see. So we're looking at how yoga helps with anxiety. So there's two basic states, right? So there's, this is so fun. One of my first Facebook Live, so getting the ropes here. So there's two basic states that we can be in. Some people talk about it like fight, flight, or freeze, the fear state, or rest, relax, and rejuvenate, the healing state, or the creative state. And yoga is really, it's a state of presence. It's the rest, relax, and rejuvenate, and create, and heal state. And the fear state's the opposite. So anxiety is part of the fear state. So when we get into a state of yoga, when we just kind of take a moment to get out of what might happen and into what is happening, chances are pretty good that these next 3 seconds here, let's check it out, nothing bad's going to happen. Right? But that's true the next 3 seconds. So we're trying to come out of this kind of something bad's going to happen, and maybe something will, but how would like being tense help with that thing? So the yoga practices, when we get on the mat, we'll kind of start calm. Everything's okay. I'm in a yoga studio. I'm in my room. Like I've got things hooked up well enough that I can just be with myself for a little bit and not have my attention on what might happen out there. And then we give ourselves appropriate challenges. Okay, normally I'm afraid that I'll tear my hamstrings if I go too. Right? So, oh, my arm's gonna hurt if I. Oh wait, it's not hurting yet. So we get calm. We calm ourselves. We soothe ourselves, and then we try things that we think and we're afraid would hurt. We're afraid would damage us, and we learn to face our fears sweetly. We learn to face them and give ourselves appropriate challenges so we can stay calm and use that calmness to guide us, I'll do it towards the camera, to guide us through what used to hold us back, what used to be the, whatever our fear is, whether it's social anxiety or the fear of heights. You take a step up, like, oh, I'm going to fall. Oh, okay, I didn't fall. Whatever your fear is, fear of intimacy, I might get rejected. Whatever it is, right? So it's anxiety is a state of fear. So whenever I'm feeling anxious, what I like to do is just, again, check, like, what am I afraid of? And then, is it happening? Back to the tiger example I started. Like, there's a tiger in the room. Okay, but it's sleeping. Okay. If I'm anxious, it might actually wake the tiger. I might get clumsy, so I calm myself, right? Or maybe the tiger's awake and he's growling at me, but he's not biting me. Maybe he's just trying to scare me off, right? So I can be like, okay, peace be with you, tiger, right? Or maybe the tiger's actually biting me in the moment, right? And I feel some pain, but maybe it hasn't broken skin yet. It's just like, back off, buddy, right? So we want to look at, like, what's the thing that's triggering our fear? And can we be with it? And once the tiger is biting you, there's like this pain is mixed with the fear, right? Welcome, whoever that is. The pain is mixed with the fear, and you want to distinguish. Like, hey, I feel the pain. It might be damaging me, and I'm also afraid that it might continue to damage me. Right? I can. But if you stay calm, you go, okay, what do I have to do? I have to poke its eyes out, or, whatever you do in a tiger battle. Not really a tiger wrestler. So how do we deal with fear and pain? Okay, so there's this great distinction. There's fear, danger, pain, and injury. So fear is the experience where you think you might be in danger. Danger is a circumstance where you might get injured. Pain is a sensation that tells you you might be getting injured, and injury is what we want to avoid. So it's okay to be afraid, because it lets you know that you might be in danger, and you can check out what's the danger, what's the reality of the danger, how dangerous is it, what do I have to do to navigate the danger safely? I mean, like, oh, my wife or my kids are in the house and that's on fire, like, I'm gonna risk something. I'm gonna face danger. I'm afraid, and there's danger, and it's worth facing sometimes. Hi. So fear, danger. So we might go into a dangerous situation. I'm in pain, like there's a lot of heat. I'm going into a fire, right? But I'm not getting injured yet. It's just hot and I'm uncomfortable, right? Or I'm actually getting burned. You want to pay attention. We don't want to assume that there's no real danger or no real injury. And then injury is what we want to avoid. So as you're navigating your fears, your anxieties, you want to just keep noticing, is there any real danger? And even if there is, can I face it? Could I handle this? Could I move through it safely and heal? And there's this great thing that when we're actually safe, when we're safe, when we're not in danger, but we're afraid at the same time, there's a real opportunity for healing the fear, right? Back to social anxiety, because it's so prevalent these days, especially the way social media goes, right? When there's safety, like when you're in a welcoming environment, like a lot of people feel social anxiety, even just in a yoga class, when everyone's just minding their own business on their mat. When you feel fear and you can notice you're safe, you can dissolve the fear. And you come into this like oneness with the moment, being in relationship to current reality as it is. So we do a practice. We start with something safe, a comfortable seat, or standing comfortably. And we just look, do I feel safe right now? Do I actually feel safe right now? And just for like, is anyone going to attack me verbally or physically? And as I realize no, or maybe you guys are writing nasty comments, I don't know. Sticks and stones, right? But I go, I'm actually safe. And something in my nervous system settles. Right? And then I'll can't see this very well in your view, but maybe I'll try to straighten my leg and be like, oh, my leg's tight. Okay, well, is it ripping off? No. Okay, then it relaxes a bit. Oh, found some more tightness. Oh. And all these weird things that we take on during our lives, they leave every kind of memory you have that makes you cringe, right? That's a tension in your body. Like, how does cringing help with the memory? It doesn't, but you can feel where, because the mind, like, I don't know if you've watched or read any Sherlock Holmes or the what's his name, Benedict Cumberbatch. Hi, Eli. The video of or the Sherlock stories, they show him like kind of storing things in his memory. Like it goes down, where am I going to put this so I can store it properly, right? So some people use those memory tricks really consciously and really well to be able to remember things. But most of us store memories very unconsciously, and we tuck them deep into our bodies, right? I've helped people heal like old injuries that they didn't realize that were from falling down the stairs as a kid, or like, dropping their brother or something like that. They just have this like, the way their bodies clenched in the worst moment where they weren't present to what they were doing, and how they leave tension stored deep in their body so it doesn't work anymore. So the yoga, the physical practices, which is only one of the many ways of practicing yoga, the physical practices help us find where we're holding the tension in our body, where we're storing the memories. And then as we learn to go back and deal with what we've gone through, to face our pasts openly, lovingly, receiving ourselves as we are, facing our past, welcoming our past because it didn't kill us. We are safe right now. We've been through trauma. We can get locked there. So we do the practice to like, it's like a deep cleaning or like like I used to have long hair, like combing our hair out, trying to get the knots out of our energetic system. So again, like anyone who says they don't like yoga is probably not practicing the inner peace part of yoga and just doing the shapes and like going too fast into their traumas so that they feel the contraction. So I want to invite you the next time you practice or do anything that's considered, that you want to consider yoga, practice getting calm and then facing your fear of your own body. Make that the practice. And from there, move deeper in. That's what I wanted to say today. Hope that was useful. I'm going to keep doing this for a while and see where it goes. But I appreciate you guys watching. And if you have any, there's a lot of different topics I want to discuss. Other parts of anxiety, definitely. Other examples. Hi, I'm just saying goodbye here. Other examples of how yoga helps with anxiety. Other ways that yoga quality of presence can help in different areas of your life. That's what I got to say. Thanks for watching. It was fun for me. And the phone's ringing. Perfect timing. Have a great day.